Take a listen to Colin Cowherd and what he thinks about the Browns' offensive line for 2021.
Cleveland has the best offensive line in the NFL. That's not under dispute. Right now, it is fantastic. Well, let's go. I think 4 of their 5 players are like high-graded PFF, like top 5. Let's go to the last 5 years, the best offensive line in the NFL. So last year, you can certainly make an argument it was the Colts. So the Colts allowed the second fewest sacks and the second fewest quarterback pressures. What happened? Phillip Rivers won 11 games. He's now retired. Old, immobile Phillip Rivers won 11 games last year. 2019, best offensive line was the Ravens. Ronnie Stanley, Marshall Yanda, Orlando Brown. They had the number 1 rushing offense NFL history, allowed a league-low NFL quarterback pressures that year. What did they do? 14-2. Year before, it was the Rams. Remember Andrew Whitworth, Roger Saffold, John Sullivan, Austin Blythe, Rob Halvenstein, McVay's in town. They ran the ball. Goff never faced pressure. They went 13-3 and lost in the Super Bowl. Previous year, hard to argue, it was Philadelphia. Jason Peters, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson, number 1 graded offensive line, Pro Football Focus. Jason Kelsey was the number 1 graded offensive lineman of 2017. They get to the Super Bowl. New England and Belichick cannot stop them. And Nick Foles wins the Super Bowl. 5 years ago, best offensive line, Dallas. Dak Prescott, a 4th-round quarterback, goes 13-3. They had the number 2 rushing offense, the number 5 total offense with a 4th-round rookie quarterback. Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith was giving you 16 games. The last 5 years, you got Phillip Rivers winning 11 games. And by the way, going to Buffalo, and that thing was a fist fight. They moved the ball up and down the field on the Bills. Cleveland's going to win a bunch of games.
And Mac Robinson, it's hard to argue. Offensive line usually equates to a winning football team.
Yeah, and I will say this to even add on to his point. You know, you look at all 5 of those teams that he had mentioned, you know, all of their defenses were always top of the line. That was also another great part of that as well. And you look at where the Browns defense was at last year, it wasn't necessarily the best. And on top of that, too, you know, you dealt with the injuries, you dealt with the different COVID outbreaks. But at the end of the day, you know, the Browns were up there. I think this year they can get that and then some. You know, he talks about the wins coming in. I think now that you have the defense to back up that offense, the offensive line is there, you know, the skill players are coming in. I genuinely think that this team can be even better than what we saw last year and a lot quicker than we saw last year as well.